Hey everyone, and welcome back to my do-it-yourself pedicure at home with a color shade. So, you guys saw that I really liked this shade. It was called Nothing to Lose, but it's been 3 weeks and it's time for a change, especially with all of these really awesome spring colors coming out. So, I just have my basic acetone out, and I have a couple of ways that I like to remove the polish. Sometimes I just like to just leave it to soak on my toes and it'll just kind of eat away at that nail polish. And then other times I might just take the energy and just wipe off the polish. If my nails are smaller, I'll take the time to do it. But for that big toe, I'm like, let me just knock that, let it soak and get a little happy. Because then the longer it sets, the easier it is to just literally wipe off. There you go. And then of course, Angie's here to help to narrate too. So Angie says hi everybody. Yes. But as you see, it actually comes off very easy and pretty simple. And don't mind the color of my toenails. They've just been, I've actually been trying to grow them out, and they've just been in these shoes forever. Yep. Alright, so we're making our way. We are almost done, and then we can get to the fun part. But dang, look at how long my toenails are. They did some good work. Good job, healthy vitamins and not breaking. Alright, so now, next thing that we do is we actually put out the manicure, pedicure, and manicure, pedicure, facial set. Like, it was just a maintenance kit that I got on Amazon. It was amazing. This thing's like $11 and it has like 17 pieces to it. But right now I just need the part to help me to clip my toenails. But it was nice. Everything's stainless steel. Everything's going to be easy to clean. Oh, note to self, when you have your little manicure set, clean in between your uses because it helps everything to stay sharp, and it'll help to keep everything nice and clean so you're not spreading ickiness back and forth to people. So yeah, I'm just going in, and then, there's no real way to do this. You guys have probably been doing this for decades. Just trim them straight. And try to keep them at whatever shape you like. I know girls that like to have their toenails long. God bless you guys. I can't. Mine will break off if I just look at them too long. But that's okay. I'll keep them a nice little box color, and so they'll be good for flip-flop season. Alright, so we're good. I'll remove all the embarrassing remnants. Alright, not too bad for a start. And I love the tan on my feet. Isn't that nothing? So next thing I know, I like to do a sea salt scrub on my feet. And I actually have this woman, she actually makes her own sea salt. So I'll leave the details in the bottom. But it was amazing. It has all these essential oils. It's a coconut oil base. And the sea salt itself it just gets all in the nooks and crannies. So I just take a little extra time to just get this done. And then this is a trick that I use in the next step. After I scrub everything, I don't immediately rinse it off. I actually like to take some saran wrap and wrap my feet up. Now this does two things. One, it allows the essential oils to really get down deep into all of my little dry spots. I know for people that have really dry heels, this is actually a trick that I love. And then the salt, it actually helps to detox your nail beds too. So for people that have like nail fungus and stuff, this is actually a really cool trick. I haven't had any nail fungus issues, but maintenance is better than repair. So then I just wrap my feet up in my little socks. And then this does another thing. This allows me to tend to Angie because she's awake now. And in need of mommy. So I put those on, we get some snacks, and then it's about 20 minutes later, I'm ready to rinse my feet. So I use one of my husband's brushes. It's not his brush that he uses for his head, but he has like 30 of these, so I just stole one. Alright, so everything is nice and pretty dry. I didn't use soap afterwards, I just brushed everything off there. Okay, so this thing is really nice. It's actually called a cuticle pusher, and it's really gentle. I actually learned that the cuticle can and will actually grow along the length of your nail. So what I'm doing here is I can just gently scaling the actual length of my toenail and just pushing the cuticle back. And some of these actually have a lot more skin than I was expecting. I was quite surprised, except for that baby toe. That thing always gives me trouble. But yeah, so this does two things. It allows it not only does it remove all the excess skin from the surface of your nail, but when you actually put your nail polish on, it will allow your polish to stick a lot better, and it will last a lot longer. So then, of course, I get into the nooks and crannies. TMI, I know, but I promised that I was going to show you exactly how I do everything at home. So we'll try to get through this part together and, try to be a little bit reclusive to the fun stuff. For my nails, it's actually a lot of it is just silly skin and fuzz from wearing socks forever. And so, yeah, and then I don't know about everybody else, but my baby toe always gives me issues. I either have just so much skin growing along the surface of that, or a hangnail, so I've just been trying to be extra careful with that. But okay, we're done. All right, let's move on. So now that the surface of the skin is removed, we have a couple of things that we want to do. I file my nails now because everything is nice and soft yet dry enough to work. And then I use a glass file because this is the only file that I've been able to find that will not only help to scale your toenails, but it will seal as it scales. So now you don't have to worry about that cracking and chipping. Just make sure that you work along the surface of just don't go back and forth while you file. Just go one side at a time and you're good. And now we're going to go ahead and we are going to buff the surface of the nails. And this is why I only do this once a month, because I don't want to make the surface of my nails too weak. Even though I keep them short, I want them to be pretty strong. And then after I buff, I polish. And of course, Angie is going to be crying because I'm trying to work, but that's okay. Her nana's here. All right, so you do the same thing on the other side. You buff, you polish, and look at that. So shiny, so fresh and so clean. And then I noticed that there is a little bit of piling of the actual cuticle that I pushed up. So then I just take my little cuticle cutters and I just trim the excess. Now, I'm not going all crazy because really I only see a couple spots that I need to clean. And for me, I find that if you start making this part a habit, you are going to just start to see a really big pile up over the future. So as long as I push it up and I keep things pushed away, it's a lot better for me. But I will use this for spot checking here and there. Like, not even all of them need it. Of course, pinky toe needs it, but so far so good. Ugh, and they already look so much better. All right, so we got that. And then, yeah, excess skin that grows along the side of that. So I'm just going to get that nipping in the bud. Hey, I am no expert, and I will not replace a salon nail technologist any day. But for me, I'm trying to save a little bit of money. If I can do as much as I can at home, I'm going to. There you go. Sweet, almost done. Perfect. I can't believe how good these are looking so far. All right, now for the fun part. The manicure's done, and I have decided that I'm going to use the new Color Street Spring line. And I saw this color, and you know, I've just been obsessed with green. This one is actually called Holy Toledo, and the new packaging is pretty sweet. Not only are the instructions a lot easier to read, but they actually kind of upgraded the system. So you get your alcohol pad. They give you this really cute little fat file that you can keep in your purse for emergencies, and then your set of nail strips. They are the same 16 strips, but they have actually remodeled some of the solid shades to make things a little bit easier for application. So now I just use the alcohol to remove any of the excess oil that I have left over from my salt scrub, and that again will just help to make the actual application easier and your polish will last longer. And then I take everything out of here, and I like to work from my pinky toe up. Same thing with my hands. I like to work from my pinky up too. So I'll show you the way that I do my nails, and I'm a little frugal, so I try to use as much of the polish as I can on the smaller strips as I can. So I place it sideways and press everything down, and I just place the polish. Now I know it's gonna look funky, but watch how I work this out, because if you're gonna notice that I can use almost 5 nail strips for just my entire pedicure. And if I can get away with that, then that means I can use the same set for my manicure. Yes. So there we go. So that's 1 strip, and I already got 2 nails. So then I move on, and each set of the Color Street strips, they have your base coat, your color, and your top coat. So literally when I'm done with this step, I'm done with my pedicure. So I just use the cuticle for that side. I just use the pressure of my fingers to seal, or to perforate, I'm sorry, completely opposite word, to perforate. And then your base coat is actually the part that sticks, so you can actually use it to reposition your nail polish. And then look at that, look how pretty those two ended up being. I may not have to work on those at all. So then I still have a little piece left, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to put it on this baby toe. And then perforate where I don't need it. And then I keep moving. So that's 2 strips so far. How long does Color Street last? Honestly, you saw my 3-week picture. I've been trifling enough to keep my toenail polish on for a month with only seeing just the grow out. So we could just keep going with strip number 3. We just line up everything, and look at this color. Look at this green. It's called Holy Toledo. You can actually find it at my website, pikapretty.com. That thing is gorgeous. And then I keep going, and that's okay. I'm going to show you how I get everything cleaned up in a little bit. Oh my gosh. All right, and strip number 4. Oh, I think I'm being extra generous with myself today. Just take off the little tag there. Perfect. Just take it, line it up on the cuticle. Try to just put it on your nail, not your skin. But it's okay if you do get it around. I'm going to show you how I get it cleaned. Perfect. All right. And then, of course, the biggest size nail strip that they give you is the one for your big toe. So I take that. I remove the protector film on top, and then I have my actual polish. Take off my little flap there, and then just line it up on my actual toe. Just start with the cuticle first, stretch it on up, and then for the solids, shaping is important. So make sure that it lines up nicely. Pat it on down, and then I just stretch that bad boy all the way to the top, and then I use the base of my thumb to perforate. And look at that, pretty nice. It's already dry to the touch, so I don't have to worry about bumping or bruising. Same thing, remove the top part, take off your polish, remove your little flap there, work on your big toe. Let's press it toward the actual base of your toe, and then stretch it around. This is the part that you can usually get done within a few minutes, and then just perforate with the pressure of your finger. Ah, yes, I'm so happy. And then what I'm actually doing here is just taking my little cuticle scaler and I'm just perforating it along the skin line. And then once I perforate it, it easily just kind of flows away there. I know with normal nail polish, we just kind of let it dry and then we wash our toes and then the excess would just go away. This is kind of the way I do things. And then if I still have a little excess at the tip, I just use my glass file. But yeah, same thing. You just perforate and get everything sealed along the actual toenail. Get everything nice and smooth. And then as you're getting everything nice and smooth, things are just gonna fall away and go away. Perfect. There you go. And then again, I'm OCD and I want to make sure that this is perfect. So I take my time. But that's okay. This is how you do a pedicure at home, right? So then you don't have to worry about being embarrassed or crazy. And just take your time with that baby toe because that was always the annoying one. Perfect. All right. So now that is almost it. And Angie is looking for her mommy. So I just clean up here. And that's it. We are done. All right, guys. We're all set. Talk to you later.